Hello there YouTube, Devin here again, and a little bit off from my normal video schedule here, but that's, my trucks are pretty late, which kind of suck. Not going to even really be able to start work until like 11 o'clock Central Time, so I figured I'd do a video for you guys, and here we have something that I've actually had for a while. But I had one that was broken for a while, and I bought it for like $4. It cost me like $15 to ship it here, and it was broken. But the seller was very, very easy, and he sent me replacement parts for all the broken things. And so I pretty much have an unused Yugoslavian Canteen / mess kit. Now, these are actually pretty awesome. They're readily available and pretty cheap out there. They come with a lot of neat, useful features, but as normal, we'll do the pouch first. Now, this pouch is just kind of cottonish fabric. It's probably got some nylon in it. It feels sort of synthetic. You can tell by that kind of windbreakery sound that it has. Has a Lift the Dot stud in brass on it. It's not actual name brand Lift the Dot, but it's pretty much the same thing. And pouch is just a big rectangle. It's belt looped attached in the back, as you can see there. Two little belt loops. They're stitched, so it's not molly or anything like that. It's just for your belt. And it has a little side pouch there, a little keeper for the silverware kit, the utensil kit, and it comes with a knife / can opener holder, spoon, and fork in it. Now, the knife is pretty much a butter knife. It's a little bit serrated up there at the top, as you can see. It's still not very sharp, but it could be sharpened. This is actually pretty good steel. It will take a good edge pretty well, and it holds up quite well, actually. There's the manufacturer on there, if you guys wanted to see that, but we'll get this stuff out of the way now. So we'll get into the Canteen itself here. Now, the Canteen itself comes with a lot of pretty neat features here. It's self-locking, so you're not going to get a lot of rattle or anything like that when you actually have it locked down. But as you can tell, when it's not, it shakes kind of a lot. And mine are pretty tight fit. I'm guessing they weren't all this same exact manufacturer, so they got kind of stuck there on the pot. So first part we'll get into is it has this kind of big cup. Now, this would be like your bowl for eating cold food out of or something like that. It's just a big piece of plastic. As you can tell, it flexes a little bit. It has this little spot down here to route something through it, strap or otherwise, or something like that. So that you can, hold it. There's the thing on the bottom. The camera will focus. There we go. So, of the cup. Then there is the Canteen cover, which just covers just the top of the actual Canteen. It's pretty much a smaller cup, but it's really useless. It's more of just a cover. It has the same thing on the bottom as the larger cup. Here's the Canteen itself, which we'll save for last, and it comes with this nice pot, which you can cook out of. It's enameled on the outside. It's got a nice long handle, so you don't burn yourself while you're cooking. It's just really good, actually. Really, really, really good. It's really easy to clean. It's dishwasher safe. I know because I put this in the dishwasher. I've used this pot before because pot was one of the few things that wasn't broken. The thing that came broken on my first set of the Canteen was, so these two parts and the pouch and the silverware were all nice, but this cup was cracked, and it had a crack all the way down the corner. And then this, was just really, really used. Like somebody made coffee in it and then left it. So when I opened it, it like hissed and it stank so bad. And that was well beyond trying to save, because it had I could tell it had been in there really, really old. And sometimes when you get canteens and you collect canteens like that, you know people haven't cleaned them out, and they sit in there, and you know that stink and that bacteria and all that stuff has just permeated into the plastic, and that canteen is no longer useful. So you can actually get it out, but it's going to be really hard on the inside of your canteen. And oftentimes it's just best to get a new one if it's one of the plastic ones. The metal ones, you could usually clean those out pretty easy, but the plastic ones that people have done that to, they're usually unsavable. But he was very nice and sent me replacement parts, so I got a replacement cup and a replacement canteen itself. But the pot I actually used, and it worked quite well. I really like it, actually. It holds a good amount. You can make soup in this because it's so deep, despite being as small as it is. There's actually room for a lot of food in this, and you can actually cook a pretty big meal inside this pot. And it's big enough to where it doesn't really tip over because the base is so wide on it that you really don't have to worry about it. So I normally will put something under the handle just to be safe, because the handle does kind of offset the balance a little bit if you only have a little bit of stuff in there. But if you're filling it up like all the way, don't worry about it. This thing won't tip over unless you're really like trying to, or you're really careless about where you put it, because it'll be pretty heavy. It'll be hard to tip over. But the canteen itself is just the same kind of big plastic rectangular canteen. Has your standard like screw cap cover. Has really fine threads for a canteen, actually, so you know it's not going to leak. Has a rubber stopper at the top. It's actually a pretty narrow mouth opening. This one needs some more cleaning a little bit. I don't know if the plastic is safe, but I know the pot will be safe in the dishwasher. So I normally don't put plastic canteens in the dishwasher unless they specifically tell me on the packaging that I can. And since this is kind of older plastic anyways, I don't really want to risk it. So normally I'll just swish some vinegar around in there, some Dawn dish soap and water and hot water, and then I'll just rinse it out with hot water a lot of times. So just to make it clean, because vinegar is kind of acidic, so it'll break down pretty much anything that's in there if you leave it sit for a while. So you just put it in there and you like shake it around every few hours, and lay the canteen on its various sides, rotate it. It's like an 8-hour process, and it'll clean it out. And it's a pretty natural way of cleaning it out. You're not using any harsh chemicals or anything like that. But this is actually a pretty good canteen. You can still get these around for pretty cheap. A lot of them are going to be in used condition. It's hard to find them in new condition, but they still can be found in new condition. And it holds a lot, actually. It holds a lot of water. It's very useful, and for as large as it is, it's actually a pretty compact package. It holds a very, very good amount of water. It holds a very, you can cook out of this, and I mean, look at the size of this thing all put together. It's, not going to be much larger than a standard canteen of the time, but if I could get that, well, whatever. So there's that, but I'll show you one of the Swiss canteens I have sitting here from that time, and as you can see, it's not very large. So this canteen is probably 2-3 inches thick, and it's taller than this one, than the Yugoslavian canteen. But this canteen is probably 3.5-4 inches thick. But it doesn't feel that way. It carries quite well, this canteen does, for as much as you get, because considering that Swiss one is just a canteen, and this is a canteen, 2 cups, and a cooking pot, as well as silverware. It's very hard to beat that as far as the size of this package goes, for the time period that this came out. So hopefully you guys like this video and you're into this sort of thing. I really hope you subscribe if you like this sort of stuff, and that you leave a comment if you have any experience with any of these, or you want to know more about these. If I didn't cover something, or there's something you want to know, feel free to leave that in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it if I know the answer. If not, I'll try to find an answer for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we're almost at 350 subscribers, you guys, so I'm very thankful for that. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.